Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 925. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera to shoot the breeze, say hello, share some information, promote yourself. All that would be super great. It'd also be great if you share this out. That way, more people here in Durham can find out what is happening. So I'm here early. Totally forgot about the Religious Coalition for Nonviolent Durham's monthly luncheon, where everybody's invited. That's where I am now. That's right. This is not pre-recorded. This is live. Okay, this is where I'm going to be at noon. So I won't be able to do my show at noon. That's why I'm on now. At one point, I learned how to pre-record the show, and then I forgot how to do it, and I couldn't re-figure it out. So I'm doing the show right now. So that's why I'm doing this early. Let me move my keyboard. Today's my dad's birthday. Pop would be 100 years. If he were alive, he'd be 100 years old. That's Pop and Mom right there. Mom and Pop getting married. So Pop had an interesting life. Wow. Well, he's obviously born 25. Um, Struggling mom. His dad never. He was extremely. How can I put it? My dad's dad went to Harvard Law. Graduated near the top of his class. He was black. He thought he could go to New York and be a big shot on Wall Street. They didn't allow black people to do that, and I think he disowned my dad and left his wife, my grandmother, because of the steep, deep disappointment. And so my dad grew up knowing that he had a dad, but he's totally unacknowledged. He went off to create another family, and my sister put our two families together. So now we're all good buddies and whatnot. So yeah, Pop had an interesting life, very interesting life. He did have a wonderful stepdad, who totally accepted him, and that he was the dad that my dad needed. And in turn, my dad was a really great dad. He did crazy things like he would stand in the middle of the yard with a water hose in the middle of winter, making us an ice skating rink. So he did crazy things like that. He took us ice skating at midnight, so we'd have the whole spot to ourselves. He would take us to Midway Plaisance. If you're from Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. Over there by the University of Chicago, it's a carved out big plot of land that originally was supposed to carry the Chicago River either to or from Lake Michigan, and somehow there was a land height difference, and so it never happened. So they would flood it every year and make it an ice skating rink. Hey, Dave is here. Hey, Dave, if you're just arriving, yeah, I'm early because I'm going somewhere at noon. I totally forgot about the Religious Coalition for Nonviolent Durham's monthly meeting. I was just talking about my dad. Today would be his 100th birthday. I was talking about his life. And he was a super good guy. He was a social worker. So when people would say, Pat, you're such a nice, gentle person, I'd say, well, my dad was a social worker. My mom was a kindergarten teacher. How do you expect me to turn out? So, yeah. So, anyway, that's my dad. Happy birthday, Pop. So, that is it. So, he was born in Gary, Indiana, and grew up in Chicago, and brought us up in Chicago because my mom's a Durhamite. So where should I put this? It was on the wall. Let me put it over here. So mom's from Durham, and mom's family's bigger than my dad's family. So I assume that's why they got married down here. They got married at Moorhead Avenue Baptist Church, and Dave said, "Laugh out loud." Indeed. Yes, they got married at Moorhead Avenue Baptist Church. And I think cousin Julia Tapp, who just celebrated her 101st birthday a couple of days ago, I think she was instrumental in that because the church that my family founded, which is now Russell Memorial, it had a different name St. Matthew, I think it was, and it burned down. They were supposed to get married at St. Matthew, and it burned down. So I think Cousin Julia was probably the one to get them over at Moorhead Avenue because that's her church. So I'm just putting stuff together. I'm just assuming, making assumptions. So anyway, that's it makes sense that's why that happened because Cousin Julia was my mom's sister's best friend, and she her brother founded Chicken Hut. So yeah, I'm sure that's how it worked out. So anyway, let me continue with this show because after all, I have to be at the Religious Coalition for Nonviolent Durham meeting a little early because I like to pass out flyers for senior pharmacists. So let me get started here. The Word page, the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of great programs and services offered by local nonprofits and also the city, county, and state. So let's see. Today is Thursday. Okay. So I'll skip the city vacancies. I dealt with that yesterday. But looking ahead, though, if you're curious, next week they're going to try to fill a vacancy on the Human Relations Commission. So if you're interested, you can do your early homework and see if you can uh, help fill that position next week. All righty, let's see. Now, the Durham Police Department, they are still accepting entries from neighborhood groups who are putting together National Night Out activities. That will be on Tuesday, October 7th. So be sure to take care of that if you're still working on your National Night Out event. On the how to page, I have them all listed, at least up to date as far as what's on the Durham Police Department website. So I have all of those, and there's lots of events happening all across town. Of course, the Durham Police Department will have the big one at 4, from 4 until I think 8. And I'll be over at the, what are they calling it? The Tuscaloosa Lakewood Neighborhood Block Party at El Centro Hispano Lakewood Shopping Center. All right, let's see what else is happening. Oh, as far as getting in touch with the Durham Police Department to list your event, go to the Word page, scroll down to Durham Police Department. I have all the information you need, who to contact, who to ask questions of if you have questions, or if you want to be a vendor at the Durham Police Department headquarters event, you can do that. Now we're down to one community fridge as far as I know. Omi's landlord has told them to shut down their community fridge. I don't know why. They don't know why either, or at least they're not telling us. So that's sad. The community fridge, this is where people like you and me, just regular folks, we help people who are struggling by donating food to this 24/7 access refrigerator and cupboard. So they accept refrigerated food and canned goods and everything. So unfortunately, part and parcel, they had to shut theirs down. Now Omi's have to shut theirs down, and we're down to St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. And I think that's going to stay open as long as St. Joseph's wants it to stay open because they're in charge. That's their church, their land, and they get to keep the refrigerator open as long as they want to. So you can know that if you're like me and maybe you get food from a food pantry, if you're like me again and you can't eat everything that you're given because of salt content or for whatever reason, always know that you can donate the food to the St. Joseph Episcopal Church, their Durham community fridge, so that somebody else can use that food or beverages, whatever. Okay, now the Durham County libraries are all open until 6 tonight. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. Okay, let's see. I just want to mention this because guns are in the news nowadays. Gun owners, you can get a free gun lock from the Durham County Department of Public Health, and it's a partnership of the Durham County Department of Public Health and the Durham County Sheriff's Office. It's the Durham County Firearm Injury Prevention Partnership. So you can get a free lock, you can call, and then you can pick one up. Now, very often, if there's like one of those outdoor events, like a health fair, information fair, lot of times somebody's there from the county giving away the gun lock, so you can wait for that. Or if you really want to be proactive and get a gun lock now, give them a call. Got the phone number right there. Then go and pick one up. And if you need two, they'll give you two. Want to keep the kiddies safe. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. You know what, Dave? This is like, in terms of starting a community fridge where you are. I know you're in Texas. Actually, it was started by just regular folks. So basically, anybody who has, like maybe a refrigerator that maybe they replaced the refrigerator with a new one, then they could like let someone use their old refrigerator for this project. It could start like that because, after all, when I see the refrigerators at the community fridges, I can tell they're not brand new. It's not like they ran out and bought $1,000 refrigerator just to put outside. So yeah. So if you have if you know someone with a good working refrigerator that they don't need, because in fact maybe you can contact Lowe's or Home Depot and ask how to get your hands on a refrigerator. That sometimes they have them to cart it away when they get a new one. So maybe you can be creative. I'm just talking off the top of my head. I don't know if that's even possible, but if you could somehow acquire a community fridge through Lowe's or Home Depot, or someone who's, like I said, getting rid of their old one and they want to donate it. Um, Sometimes churches have refrigerators in their basements. Scopy, Scopy is here. Yeah, we're kind of brainstorming on how to start a community fridge situation. So once you get your hands on a fridge, I would think you'd have to find a spot with an electrical outlet that people can get access to 24/7 without alarming like the neighbors. So it wouldn't be outside somebody's house, because somebody who's like homeless and oh, thank you, Scopy. Yeah, I could say so much more about Pop, so much more. I mean, both my parents lived really interesting lives, for real. And Dave's agreeing. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. I bet, when it comes to parents, I think when you get to actually talk with them, as an adult, you can learn so much uh, more about them. And sometimes it helps you understand why they brought you up the way they did. Because sometimes it might be something lacking in their past. Like my dad, he had dad problems, like I said. And fist bump from Dave to Scopy. Indeed. Let me facilitate that. There you go. So it's kind of funny. So with Pop lacking a dad for a number of years, somehow he put it in his mind that when he became a father, he was going to be a great one. That happens. Sometimes it's the opposite for people. It's just really interesting. Parents are and grandparents too. If you get to talk to them as adults and ask them questions, and if they're not too uh, protective over their history, and they actually share their history with you, it's really interesting. They're not always totally forthcoming, depending on their past. But like I said, I think everybody leads interesting lives. It's just that we don't take the opportunity to actually just sit and ask questions and just talk. And anyway, let me continue because I'm going to take up all your time. So anyway, that's the community fridge situation. So like I said, once you get your hands on a fridge, find a place that ideally owns the land, because you see what happened with Omis. I guess the landlord just didn't like seeing homeless people on the property. So I'm just saying. So maybe a church, maybe a county library or something. I don't know. But think about it. Oh, I was wondering. Okay, because I know I've seen you at that at Elizabeth Street. So Scopy can't make it because technically. Okay, got a class. I got you. One of these days, or maybe the class will be We'll take a break, then you can run over to the church. Let me make my announcements because I do have to leave. Okay, so that is it for the community fridges. There you go. And while we're talking about people on the street and whatnot, just know, no strings attached. You can stroll into the Durham County Department of Public Health, which of course is 414 East Main Street. They have these vending machines. They're free. I mean, you don't put in money, but you can get free fentanyl testing strips and, I hope I say this right, naloxone. I don't know how to say it, but basically, it's the how you revive people when they've had overdoses. So you can just stroll in. Of course, they'll check you at the door because they want to make sure you don't have a weapon. They do have severe security, but you can go ahead and leave your questionable items in the car or under a tree or something, and then go in and you can get free fentanyl testing strips. And I'm going to say naloxone because I think that's what people are saying. Although when I look at the word, this doesn't look right. But anyway, you can revive someone who's had an overdose. Also, know while I'm on the subject, if you're with someone who has overdosed, you are you can safely call 911 to save their life. It's not like they're going to come and arrest you. If you make that call 911 to save someone's life, if you're getting high together or whatever, you can safely, I think it's called the Good Samaritan Act. You can call, save the person's life, and there you go. Just want to encourage that. Okay, let me continue. Let's see. I might have to cut this a little short. So let's check on the Durham Tech Small Business Center for budding entrepreneurs. So let's see what is going on today. Let's see. Today's the 25th. Let's see. Aha. Here's a class from 2 until 4 this afternoon, a free online class. This is offered across the state. So oh, see, Dave, no, you already know. Durham is way ahead of its time. Fentanyl test and Narcan. Is that the word I always hear? That's the word. Yeah, Narcan vending machine. Yeah. And it's right there in the health building. And some people might be a little shy about going in. But yeah, everybody's welcome. You just have to be, like I said, you have to go through that. It's like going into an airport. I mean, TSA checkpoint is very serious. So, yeah. So, anyway, let's see, where was I? Okay, let's see. Okay, ooh, wait a minute. Did I scroll down to Durham Tech? Okay. Okay, from 2 until 4, a free class, designing your dream website on WordPress, step by step strategies for intermediates. And that again is going to be from 2 until 4. WordPress is probably the world's or United States most popular web builder. It was a little difficult for me. I use Wix, which is drag and drop, which is for people who aren't very technical. So that's how I handle my website. But if you want to use WordPress, where you can probably do a lot more, then check out the class, and that will be from 2 until 4. Dave's saying, cool as heck. You know that's right. You know that's right. Yes, sir. Oh, here's another class from 6 until 7, Cybersecurity 101 for small businesses. And you definitely want to keep your website and your wanderings on the internet safe. So you might want to check that out. Also, from 6 until 8, Entrepreneurs. What is your credit saying about you? That's a good question. And you can find out from 6 until 8 what to do about it. All right, while I'm here, I'm going to check out SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They also help budding entrepreneurs and experienced people who want to do better with their business. Let's see, their office is downtown on Main Street. Let's see. That's going on right now. So they have borrowing for small businesses. That's going, I forgot, it's not noon yet. So you can sign up real quick. you can definitely take this class super quick. So sign up because at noon, from noon until 1, there's going to be a free class online, borrowing for small businesses. Another class today, starting at 1 o'clock, holiday marketing strategies to slay the year's biggest sales opportunity. So yeah, if you want to get the jump on the almost said Christmas, the holiday season, you can definitely learn how to do that by attending the free class offered online by SCORE. I got all the links that you need right there on the Word page. So what I'm going to do right now is to hop over to the Let's Go page because I do have to get ready to go to this luncheon slash meeting. Oh, I was going to tell you. Well, I'll tell you about it when I announce it. Okay. I don't want to waste too much of your time and respect your time. Let's see. Oh, this is a good day for going to the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue, because you can get in for free today. It's Community Day, Durham Community Day. As long as you live in Durham County, of course, you'll have to bring your, bring your ID, of course, and yeah, show that you're a Durhamite. You can get in for free. Take the kids, take the neighbors' kids, take the little cousins, and go and have fun at the Museum of Life and Science. And they're open until 5. So it's 10 to 5. All right. Let's see. Oh, was there one more thing? Wait a minute. Okay. Now, here's where I'm going to be in just a few minutes. The Religious Coalition for a Nonviolent Durham, they have community luncheon round tables. So they have free lunch. You go there, you say hello to everybody, and you get in line, and you get a beautiful free lunch. You can donate a few bucks if you'd like to help with their efforts. This is at Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church, 1209 North Elizabeth Street. So you park in their parking lot, go through the parking lot to the back, and then you turn right and go down the stairs, and you'll be right there in the fellowship hall. And let's see. Oh, if they don't have, I usually park on the street, but if there's no space in the parking lot, if you get there a little late, then just go ahead and park on Elizabeth Street in front of somebody's house. No worries. Okay, and I hope to see you there because I'm going to leave in a few minutes. New Visions of Africa restaurant at 1306 Fayetteville Street. They'll be giving free meals to people who are struggling, who are in need from 3 until 6. And that again is 1306 Fayetteville Street, right next door to W.D. Hill. The Book Harvest, they're going to have Turning Pages, bilingual story time for little ones. So young children are invited to enjoy a story in English and Spanish, followed by a fun activity. And then afterwards, each child can choose a book to take home for free to celebrate this free event and to read with their parents or siblings or whoever's at home. So you can sign up in advance by clicking right there on the link that I provide on the Let's Go page. The Book Harvest is at 2501 University Drive. It's right where 15501 starts. And then this is going to be from 3:30 in some kind of a school program. Maybe you can pick them up and then go straight to Book Harvest. They have a pretty decent sized parking lot. Okay, now if you're struggling, the Parktown Food Hub, they'll be giving away free groceries today for people in need. This is going to be at the Parkwood UMC Church, 5123 Revere Road, and that will be from 4 until 5:30. The Durham Night Market, that is tonight on and around the American Tobacco campus. The official address is 318 Blackwell Street from 5 until 9, so you get to stay out a little bit late. After dark, take the kids. It's a family friendly and a leashed dog friendly event. It's outdoors. They're going to have all these vendors out there. Uh, they're going to have musical performances by Frankie Barnott, and you can eat at local eateries and or food trucks. Whoa. Okay, wait. I think it's, is it my cousin? They'll have to leave a message. They'll just have to leave a message. Sorry about that. I thought I turned the ringer down. Let's see if I can turn the ringer down. Sorry about that. Okay. I think that's my cousin. One of my cousins calling. Okay. Anyway, so that's from 5 until 9. Okay, now the Taking Back Thursday live concert series at Boxyard RTP, which is at 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. This is where you get to sit outside. The weather's going to be beautiful. Enjoy some great music. Oh, hopefully it won't be raining because I think it's supposed to rain today. But anyway, from 5:30 until 7:30, you can enjoy unique and uplifting rap by Vaughn Walls. Again, from 5:30 until 7:30. And if it's just rainy, you should be okay because even though it's an outdoor venue, they do have, oh, I see who that is. Okay. Somebody just left a message and I know who it is. Okay. So it's covered overhead, but it's still kind of like outdoor-ish. Now, if there's any hint of lightning, that's it. They will shut it down because they don't want anybody to get hurt. I think a golfer I think a couple, no, a couple of hunters got struck by lightning yesterday. I saw that in the news. So anyway, that's from 5:30 until 7:30. Now the Fleet Feet Pony Run that is tonight. It starts at and returns to Ponysaurus Durham, 219 Hood Street, 6:15 until 8:30. So you can choose either to run the 3 mile or the 5 mile route. Run at your own pace. It's a free event, and again, I hope it's not raining. Party of One, they're going to have a free line dancing class. That's going to be at W.D. Hill Recreation Center, 1308 Fayetteville Street, starting at 6:30. Now, this is going to be wild. The Rubenstein Art Center at 2020 Campus Drive is part of Duke. They're going to be having a screening of a movie, Chia Hayakawa's Plan 75. It's from the year 2022, so it's a couple of years old. It's going to be in Japanese. Now, it was made in 2022. The movie starts at 7. It's going to be in Japanese with English subtitles. So it's a thoughtful film. So basically, it's not a true story at all. It's fiction. What do you call it? Dystopian future, where old people, the elders or whatever, they're encouraged to end their own lives to make room for the younger, more useful people. Yeah, it sounds like a wild movie. They say it's very thoughtful. It follows the lives of three people who have different lives, but they're of course affected by this plan 75. So it's free admission. After the movie, they're going to have a panel discussion, and they're going to talk about the rights of you know, topics dealing with death, etc. So if that interests you and it does sound fascinating, then definitely check it out. It's going to be at 7 o'clock. Be sure to watch the trailer. I have a link for the trailer. I have another link for parking tips because the Rubenstein does not have a parking lot, and you'll need to know where to go to park if you're driving. Now, tomorrow, line dancing with Jitterbug at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills Recreation Center, 2000 South Alston Avenue. Tomorrow from 9 until 10. $4 class fee, 3 if you're a senior. Counterculture Coffee, they're going to have tasting at 10, from 10 until 11, where you can sample the different flavors of coffee. You talk coffee, you watch coffee being made. Counterculture Coffee, after all, is very often the coffee that you might be drinking when you go to one of the coffee shops in town. The Salvation Army of Durham, oh, I didn't tell you where it is, 812 Mallard Avenue, from 10 until 11. Okay. Salvation Army of Durham, which is at 909 Liberty Street. They're going to have Free Food Friday tomorrow, so you can get groceries if you're struggling, starting at 10 o'clock while supplies last. Now, if you're a volunteer, if you want to be a volunteer, call them today and see if they need you. Then you can go there early. I think they'll need you to be there around 8 if you're going to help them sort the food and get it together and get it ready for the people who need the food. So definitely check that out. Two more items. Reality Ministries, they serve people who have developmental delays and disabilities. They are located at 916 Lamond Avenue. That's right behind a School of the Arts. So this is a community-based nonprofit, but it's also a ministry. So one day a month, um, let's see, let me get this right. Once a month, seasonal homemade lunches are made at Reality Ministries for anyone who wants to stop by for a free meal. And you make friends. You make friends with the people who are there. So it's very sweet. That's going to be tomorrow from noon until 1. It's called the Durham Reality Cafe. Now, you do need to register in advance because, of course, they need to make enough food for the people who are registering. So you don't want to overwhelm them. So be sure that you register if you plan to go. And that's going to be tomorrow from noon until 1. Last item, the Glass Jug Beer Lab. They have the Friday co-working and networking social where freelancers, entrepreneurs, remote workers who are working in isolation and maybe a little lonely, they get to, you set up shop, you bring your laptop, you get to do your work from noon until 4, whatever work you usually do. And then from 4 until 5, you meet your new co-workers for the day, make new friends, and then you won't be so lonely. I think that's really great. This is a free service being offered by the Glass Jug Beer Lab. And this isn't the one out south. This is the one that's downtown at 545 Foster Street. All right. Um, oh, okay. They're going to be celebrating, Oktoberfest at the Boxyard tomorrow afternoon. Let you know about that tomorrow. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the weather. Let us do the weather. Then I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's already 84. Now it's cloudy right now, and it looks like the sun's gonna play peekaboo all afternoon. It's going to be partly sunny. It's going to be going in and out of the clouds all afternoon. Sunset is at 7:07. It does say that there is a 40% chance of rain, but it looks like it's not going to start raining if it does rain. It's not going to start until 9 o'clock tonight, so that's fine. Everybody will be home safely by then, pretty much. So okay. So and that might be a thunderstorm. So yeah. But as far as the daylight hours, we should be okay. It'll be partly sunny and high of 89, which I approve of. I love that. Now tomorrow the high will be 82. That's not bad, with a 75% chance of thunderstorms. So let me scroll ahead. I can go ahead 24 hours. Let me see if it's going to rain tomorrow morning. No. So if it rains tomorrow, I guess that'll be in the afternoon or evening too. So again, the high today, 89. The high tomorrow, 82. All right, that is it. Hopefully, I'll see you at Elizabeth Street UMC. If I don't, then I'll see you tomorrow. Let me check my schedule. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing the show live tomorrow at noon. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I should be doing the show tomorrow at noon. So sorry I had to do it early, but I wanted to do this and not miss out on doing Bull City Hangout because of this event I'm going to at noon. Actually, I want to get there early. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Be sure. Wait. Dave is saying things. Wait a minute, Dave. I want to cut you short. I love the Skyrider. Laura, you gave us yesterday about the weather intro. Great job. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I do. Have a great lunch, buddy. Fist bump. Thank you for the time. Thank you, Dave. You're in Texas and you're like a regular viewer and you're all the way in Texas and I appreciate it. I really do. As you know, I have a small audience and I appreciate it when people uh, take the time to watch Bull City Hangout. I really appreciate it when you go to the events and use the information because that's what it's all about, helping neighbors better their lives. And with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Ciao for now.